So how you all doing? This your main man, Brainchild, and I'm back. This is the follow-up video from the last one that was dealing with African American relationships. And this one is going to be a lot more focused on African American men and what it is that we need to focus on. Because like I said in the last one, there's a lot of finger pointing going on, who's responsible for this, who's responsible for that. And like I said in that one, it's enough finger pointing going on out there. It's time for just, personal responsibility. So with that, starting off this video dealing with African American men, what it is that we can do to be the men that we should be. So this is going to be a two-part video. I had to break it up by concepts. The first of all is substance. The second being confidence. And then I'm going to do some more videos after this one, breaking up further into some other concepts. So I'm particularly looking for the comments from the African American men, get your feedback on this video, on some of the ideas I'm throwing around. And I'm also looking for the comments from the black women, but especially the black men, since that's who I'm mainly talking about in this video. So let me know what you think in the comments, and here we go with part one. Okay, so part one, substance. Substance, 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 substance. I cannot say that enough. In fact, I'm going to say it one more time, substance. I just cannot stress that enough. It's just so important that you be, first and foremost, be a person of substance. Like, you gotta have, something about you. There has to be something that you intend for your life to mean. So it's not enough just to be all about, like people like to say, oh, I'm, chasing that paper, or, whatever other slang terms you want to throw out there. But it's about having meaning. It's about, when you want to look back on your life and say, well, what has my life meant? What has my life been to my family? What has my life meant to my friends? What has it been to my community? And if you, are able to affect even a large amount of people, what's my life meant to the world? So it can't just be that, oh, I made a lot of money. Like, so what? Who cares? It has to be about, what has my life meant? What have I inspired in other people? And that's first and foremost. So just starting off with that, you gotta be a person of substance. You can't get caught up in, whether it's the media or the entertainment industry, the sports industry, whatever it is. They are there to serve that intended purpose, to be just that, to be athletes. They're there to be entertainers. They're not there to tell you what your life is supposed to be. They're not there to set out any type of roadmap for, oh, this is what life is all about. No, they're there because they're getting paid to be there. They're not doing those things because, oh, this is what I enjoy doing necessarily, but they're there because somebody's paying them to do that. So, if nobody's paying you to do that, hey, if nobody's paying you to walk around with your pants hanging down, or, having a mouthful of gold teeth, or getting all kind of tattoos on your face, or any other kind of thing that you see in a music video or movie, whatever. Like, that's not even what life's about. Life is about the connections that we make. Life's about the people that we affect. That's what life is all about. And it's not just about money. It's about, if you have a family, if you have kids, it's about, what do your kids think about you? Do your kids see somebody who gets up, who works hard, who cares about their family? Do your kids see somebody who loves their mother? Do your kids feel like you love them? Do your kids see you as somebody who has strength? Do they see you as somebody who has confidence? Do they see you as somebody they can trust? Somebody they can come to with their problems? Somebody they can celebrate with? Do they see those things in you? And your wife, or if you're not married, the women that you date, is that something that they see in you? Do they feel comfortable with you? Do they feel like, oh, I can talk to you and you'll understand? I can come to you with my problems. I can celebrate with you. We can sit down, we can have a serious discussion. We can laugh together, we can play together, all those different things. And it's like, Those are the things that matter. So if we can focus on those things first and foremost and start thinking about not just ourselves and what can I get out of this life, but what does my life mean to somebody else? Do they just see me as a dollar sign because that's the way I see them? And if they're not a dollar sign, then I don't have time for them? Or do they see me as somebody who genuinely cares, who genuinely extends their hand out to other people, who genuinely sees somebody in need and actually cares? You know, what type of person are you? What type of person will people look back 20, 30, 40 years from now and say, yeah, I remember him because, fill in the blank. What is it going to be? It's up to you. Okay, so here we go with part two. Part two is confidence. Confidence, confidence, confidence. So after examining part one and thinking about what it is you want your life to mean when you look back on it, the next thing is after making that decision is just going forward and just being solidified, being confident in that decision that you've made. Because along with, what I talked about in my last video, that video that was about, the black man and the black woman interacting with each other. There was another video that dealt with, two black men having a discussion about, the, some of the peculiarities of, the whole, dating scenario between black men and black women. And what it was, there was a successful black man, and then there was this other guy who, he didn't have a job, he dropped out of high school, didn't have a GED or anything like that, wasn't even trying to get one, and yet he was, getting all kind of, attention from women that the other guy wasn't. And when the successful guy was asking him about that, he's like, well, what is it that makes these women attracted to you when you don't have a job, you don't have any type of formal education, you have like 4 different baby mamas, you're not paying any child support. Like, what is it that attracts them to you? And the only answer this guy could come up with was swagger. No matter how many times the successful guy rephrased the question or, pointed out, some other type of, inconsistencies about, what's going on in his relationships, the only answer the other guy could come up with was swagger. And so part of, looking at, these difficulties that occur in relationships is, how is it that the successful guy who has all his ducks in a row, who has the education, has the job, how is it that he's the one who comes off as being lame, or he's not confident, he doesn't have any swagger, all these different things, but then the guy who has nothing at all going for him, he's the one that everybody flocks to. He's the one that people listen to. Like, and part of that, he's exactly right. It's swagger. And it's not just swagger in the sense that we think about it, like the way it gets thrown around in popular culture. But part of that is just human nature, is that if somebody will stand up and say something, and if they convince you that they believe it, they'll believe it too. So somebody can get up and say the craziest thing in the world, but they say it with conviction, and they say it like they mean it, and they will not back down from it. That has a certain appeal, even with, a complete lack of logic or sense. Somebody will latch on to it just because this person is so committed to it. So that's one of the things that's the main thing I'm talking about actually, is in dealing with confidence. If you're going to do something, do it full out and be assured that, that which you have set out to do, that you'll achieve it. And going back with being a person of substance, it has to start there. First of all, deciding what type of person it is that you want to be, and then second of all, just being confident in that decision. And when you find yourself faced with all the different types of obstacles, with situations like in that video where you're on the straight and narrow, and people looking at you like you're lame because you don't have X amount of money, or you're not attending whatever parties are going on out there. You're not doing all the things that the cool people are doing, whatever. Don't let that sway you. Just be the person that you have set out to be, and be confident in the fact that you have set out to be that person, and then that's the person that you're going to be. That's the person that you are, and don't let anything sway you. So don't let any ideas out there in popular culture sway you and feel like, well, I'm not like that, so I have to walk around with my head down, or I can't make eye contact with people because they're gonna laugh at me because I'm not doing what they're doing. Don't let that sway you. If you can be the type of person who's a person of substance and who's confident in what they're doing, walk around with your head up high. Let people know that this is who I am, this is what I stand for. And trust me, somebody will catch on to that. Just like they catch on to, all the entertainment stuff out there, just because somebody says it enough. If you say it enough in your own life, then the people around you will respect you for it. They'll have no choice but to. Even if they don't agree with you, they'll have no choice but to respect you for holding strong on your belief. So that's the second thing. Confidence, confidence, confidence. So I'll be back with some more parts to this same topic. So hit me in the comments. I'm especially looking for comments from black men just to kind of get your take on it. What are some of your ideas about what it is that we can do to be better black men? What is it that makes a black man who he needs to be? So far I've already done substance, confidence. Like I said, I'll be back with some more videos, but especially black men, black women too, but especially the black men. Let me know what you think. So I'll be back with another video pretty soon.